YouTubers and Instagrammers, I have been waiting for you for so long. The time has come for you to proclaim me as your new master. I am back. You were expecting Sterling to give you his review on Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. You won't find him here. When it's discovered that the evil Emperor Palpatine did not die at the hands of Darth Vader, the rebels must race against time to find out his whereabouts. Finn and Poe Dameron lead the resistance to put a stop to the First Order's plan to form a new empire called the Final Order, while Rey anticipates her inevitable confrontation, my granddaughter, against my great-nephew, Kylo Ren. They say that part of the journey is the end, but it feels like Star Wars only does semi-justice to the entire saga. The Rise of Skywalker has gotten negative receptions for many reasons, but I personally did not expect it to finish the Skywalker series with a bang in the same way Avengers Endgame did for Marvel's Infinity Saga. Disney's Star Wars trilogy, the modern Star Wars trilogy for today's generation of Jedis, is the final trilogy on the entire saga, but like most franchises, the final installments are still capable of adding more significance to what came before it. The Force Awakens perfectly recaptured the magic of the first-time experience for a general audience member from the 70s. And The Last Jedi. That well. But the pace continued that well, but the pace and the momentum dropped in many areas that are not related to my granddaughter's story arc. I tried my hand at Vader, and now I will try my hand at her. There was a lot of things to enjoy in the previous two movies besides my granddaughter's journey into becoming a Jedi, like the exploration of new worlds, the new threats, the droids, the dynamics between characters, and the family curses that reside between Kylo Ren and past generations. Even for somebody who is coming from fresh off of watching the whole saga as a fan, it lacked any type of celebration and homage to what we have been through over the past 10 stories, including the anthology series, Rogue One and Solo. The least that we got were some voices from previous Jedi, but nothing outside of that. With the secret plans of Emperor Palpatine, underway, this was presumably the only thing about The Rise of Skywalker that I'm sure got many of you hyped up. My return and unexplained resurrection would be the only thing to make this movie different in this trilogy. But it takes the focus off of the central villain of this trilogy at the right time. Of course, my granddaughter continues to practice everything that she was taught by Luke Skywalker, my former false protege, before perishing in the flesh and living on through the Force. Before the rise of Skywalker, everything that she was going to do was helping her to learn and grow more in the ways of the Jedi and becoming closer with the people around her. But here, if she is not fighting with Luke's lightsaber or speaking to Kylo Ren through the Force, then it is not doing her any good anymore, or does not thrust the story anywhere. Since this is the third time we have seen her, Finn and Poe go on an adventure together, we already know what to expect in their dynamic. The absence of Luke Skywalker does not fully contradict the meaning of the subtext, as it implies more to my granddaughter than it does to Luke being here through the Force. As for Kylo Ren, his development felt like it was going nowhere by the end of The Last Jedi, which was my biggest complaint to the character. Sterling's biggest complaint to the character. And the fact that he came to his senses before death made his redemption weak. The beloved characters who was there from the start, like Leia, Calrissian, R2-D2, and C-3PO, had some very appreciative final performances in their roles, especially for the late and great Carrie Fisher. With Emperor Palpatine, my plan of creating a whole new empire is unexplained and feels unjustified, but my unprecedented comeback is well justified through my biological connections to my granddaughter, Rey. The questions about Rey's heritage at least gets answered here, but this only make more sense of her destiny, and it does nothing for Palpatine, nor Kylo Ren to me. The tomatoes that are rotten gives it a 52%. They hate us, which is why we must go against them. It ain't no Avengers Endgame, but Star Wars Episode 9 only accomplishes the goal it has for the Disney protagonists, which is developing my granddaughter from being an ordinary scavenger to a fully self-actualized Jedi who knows her roots and all that resides in her now. I say it deserves 8.3 SOs out of 10. It would be better than The Return of the Jedi, but not as good as Revenge of the Sith. I hope you find this review to be settling and to be subordinate. And for that, you will not have to come back here anymore. I hope my children have enjoyed seeing you. Or maybe it's the other way around. I hope you've enjoyed seeing my children, my followers, my horsemen, and everybody else that surrounds them, and the very galaxy far, far away.